Hi, I'm Todd, and this video is to display my general knowledge of 3D concepts and software. I will show you a VFX shot I did of a mech I designed, and then show you the steps I took to make it. So here's the shot. So there you have it. Now let's examine the steps I took to make it. Step 1 would be art and design. I painted up some mech concepts, and in the end just kind of took the ideas I liked from them all and put them into my final. And that would lead us to modeling. I like modeling a lot. I can usually just look at some 2D drawings and then make a 3D model without much confusion. I can model high poly with detail or lower poly like this guy. So high poly for video, lower for gaming, or in this case as a form of time management. Texturing. So here I am making your standard texture map in Maya, making sure seams line up properly, and then painting it like a police drone. Here I'm messing with some reflectivity and diffuse settings. I decided this was too reflective. Here I have matted it down and I'm experimenting with some bump maps on the bullet damage. And here I'm trying to get a type of rust and wear texture that I like. I did that in the circle there. So rigging. As you can see, I have some inverse kinematics going on here in the legs. The feet are rigged, and that works with the surrounding mechanics. The hips work pretty seamlessly with the IK legs. The upper torso and cannons rotate in both axes, and even the soft target cannons under the arms have some sweet aim constraints, and the rig even scales. With the rig, I was able to pose the mech as I wished. I wanted it agile, not slow and clumsy. Step 5, camera mapping. This alley scene is actually just a camera map still picture. I didn't want signs of recent human traffic, so I moved the car, the trash, and the truck at the end of the alley. I then added some wear to the back wall to age the scene. And here I'm painting in background elements you will see once we get a parallax from the camera. Here I'm projecting the image onto geometry I built to mirror the scene, and that's how you get motion and depth from a still photo. Animation. So now I had a completed mech and an environment to put it in, so I referenced the mech into the alley and started animating. I consulted some pro animators for input and filmed some reference of me running around like a robot. It took about 1 million play blasts to get something I liked. In the end, I was fairly happy with the results. Compositing. So at this point, I was pretty much done with Maya, and it was time to drag the project into After Effects. This was fairly easy, but was still work. My teacher, Brad, had good advice concerning naming conventions. This is 10 gigs worth of stills. After Effects is also where I added muzzle flash and did some color correction and masking. And that's pretty much it. Several months of work for roughly 9 seconds of footage. I'd like to thank James Lay for the sound, and also you, the viewer, for watching, especially if you are a prospective employer.